What's up, it's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you from the Transformers Bumblebee the movie. This is Studio Series Arcee. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. It is pretty standard fare here for the Studio Series packaging. You do have the open packaging right there. And I always just like to check, make sure she's not scratched or damaged. And she's looking pretty good in there. So you have Transformers Bumblebee the movie logo upper left, Takara Tomy Generations logo, Transformers down the right side. She is number 85. You have a nice CG render of her on the front there. And Studio Series Arcee. On the side, you have much the same Deluxe Class Studio Series. You see the same image of Arcee there, looking very cool. Just love the way this turned out here. On the bottom, you have product information. On the side, you have Authentics logo, Transformers. You see more of Arcee there. And you have that very cool Autobot inlay on the side there. On the top, you have the Transformers Bumblebee the movie logo. And on the back is where we find her product shots. And you see her in her robot mode, and she converts in 23 steps to her kick-ass bike mode. Sorry for the language, but that double tire in the front there, that's just so cool. And she's big screen inspired, scale, detail, backdrop. She does come with the Cybertron Falls backdrop there. And unfortunately, the little blurb down here is covered with this sticker, and I'm very tempted to peel that off, but it's probably gonna look like crap once I peel that off. So maybe I will peel it off after I get her open and read it on camera. But for the most part, that is it for the packaging. So yeah, let's get Studio Series Arcee out of the packaging, see what she's all about. Okay, so I managed to peel back the sticker enough to see the little blurb here, and it reads, Arcee loses contact with the capital as the Autobots are overwhelmed by Decepticon forces. So I always like to just read the back of this packaging here, and it gives a nice preface to the figure. So without further ado, let's get into the details of Studio Series Arcee. Alright, so we're going to start off in vehicle mode here for Transformers Bumblebee the movie Studio Series Arcee. So let's take a quick look at the backdrop here, and that is Cybertron Falls. And we all know the scene in the movie where Cybertron actually falls, and they're all escaping, everything's on fire. And we don't actually see Arcee transform into her vehicle mode, but I think Hasbro and Takara did a bang-up job on this vehicle mode, considering we never saw the alt mode in the movie. But anyways, let's take a look at the details on her. So in vehicle mode, I think, again, they just did a great job with just the imagination and engineering into this vehicle mode. It's very, very good, I think. And yeah, so let's take a look at the details. You get the dual front tires here, which is very cool. And they do spin. The outside parts kind of are stationary, but the inside parts spin, and we'll show off how she rolls later on. And you get some really nice paint all throughout the figure. You get some nice silver, sort of gunmetal gray silver paint on the front of the bike mode here. And going through, you get some nice pink paint on the front here, and some blue clear plastic for the windshield. And I think the color matching between the paint and the plastic is really good. And going back here, you do see some nice detail on the back here. You do again see this nice sort of gunmetal gray silver paint back here. Some nice detail here underneath. And on the back, you do see some more of that sort of gunmetal gray paint with the Autobot logo there. Now, her weapons do double as the dual exhaust here on the back, which I think is very clever. And I think it hides it very well. She's actually holding it in her hands. But I think they did a pretty good job on, concealing all the robot mode kibble. And you really don't see, you can kind of see where everything kind of goes in place, her legs and waist like that. But for the most part, considering we didn't really see the alt mode in the movie, I think they did a bang up job here. So taking away the backdrop and just showing you, they did put some wheels on the back here. So she does roll actually quite well. So I was actually very surprised that she rolls very nicely. So she rolls like that. And just doing a quick Arcee comparison with Earthrise Deluxe Arcee. And there she is, the two Arcees there. Let me just adjust my camera so you can see them there. So that's sort of how they scale. And if I do take off the guns here, let's just take off the weapons here. And they are, this Studio Series Arcee is very skinny and sort of very sleek, has a very cool, sleek look to her. And Arcee Deluxe Class Earthrise is a little bit fatter and chunkier, but that's how they scale there. And that's how they look together. So yeah, just a quick comparison with the Arcees. So yeah, let's get Studio Series Arcee transformed into her robot mode. See how she looks. Alright, so here is Studio Series Arcee from the Transformers Bumblebee the movie. And looking very cool. Just loving the deco and the colors on this figure. Before we take a look at her details, we'll take a look at her accessories. She does come with two blasters, as we saw in vehicle mode, that sort of double as the dual exhaust there. Nothing special really. Just done in a sort of dark gray plastic, a little bit of molded detail, and she can hold her weapons very easily. Just plug those in and plug those in there. And there she is holding her weapons. Very cool. So I really like the fact that she comes with the dual blasters, and it's also incorporated in vehicle mode as well. So very, very cool. So just taking those off, and let's get into the details on Studio Series Arcee. First of all, let's take a look at the head sculpt. You get some really light pink paint for the face there. Nice sculpted detail on the face. I think there's some silver paint sort of deep in the eyes there. A little bit of silver on the crest of the helmet there. Some white, sort of off-white paint. Off-white plastic for the helmet there. A little bit of pink paint there. And I just love the sort of one antenna that sticks up. That's a very nice touch there. So I think the face sculpt came out very nice. I know there was some, before this came out, there's some people online, it kind of looks like she has a mustache. And yes, it does kind of look like she has a mustache, but I can forgive that. Anyways, going down the figure, you have some nice gunmetal gray paint for the sort of neck piece here. You get some nice molded detail underneath the head as well. You have your Autobot logo there. Some nice sculpted detail in throughout the arms. And I love I think the deep pink they use for her is just perfect. I really love the way it looks. And the color matching between the plastic and the paint is really nice. Again, you get some nice white paint here and silver, and her abdomen has some nice sculpted detail. And as well as her legs, get some nice pink paint here for the knees. And you get some nice sculpted work on the legs there. I'm not a huge fan of these feet. They look kind of silly to me. They look very sort of alien-like. I'm not sure what else they could have done, but anyways, you do see some nice silver paint there at the bottom. And that is how she looks. And from the back, it is very nice that we have an Arcee that doesn't have a huge honking backpack. She's got quite a backpack, but the fact that these guys these are on ball joints right here, so you can actually have them flare out a little bit. Like I don't know, they almost look like the kind of like jet pack. So if you kind of put them like so, you can almost looks like she's kind of flying around. So the fact that these are on ball joints and you can have them in or out, it's very nice. You can kind of have some options when you pose her. I like sort of the more cleaner look. So that is how she looks there. So speaking of articulation, yeah, those are on ball joints. You can pose those. Her head is actually very articulated, well articulated. She can look up that much. She can look all the way down. And she has some side to side, some very expressive head movement there. And also it's on a ball joint, so you can just do a full 360 there. And the only one thing is sometimes when you pose her head, oops, sorry about that. This part comes unhinged a little bit, so it does just kind of clip underneath the neck piece. So just be careful when you're posing her head. But yeah, lots of articulation in the head. Her arms can move out like that. There's a hinge joint there. Again, yeah, sometimes this comes undone as well. So you got to make sure that's sort of clipped in there. So anyways, yeah, she can do the full 360 on her arms. And she does have a upper bicep swivel there. She has a little bit over 90 degree at the arm because of transformation. There's nothing at the wrist, although you do have, because of transformation, you can go in and out, but there is no waist swivel. Taking her arms out, and she does have a nice 360 degree waist swivel, which is very nice. One of the few Arcee figures that the backpack does not get hindered when you're trying to pose her and pose her waist, so that is a very nice option there. She can kick back that much. She can kick forward quite a bit, and she can do the full splits like so. And there's no sort of upper thigh swivel, but it is on a ball joint here, so you do get some full motion at the waist there, at the upper thigh. And she has about a 90 degree at the knee, and she has a ankle articulation a lot there. There's a hinge right there, so she's highly posable in the lower region as well. So very nice articulation on this figure. So just getting her back into a neutral pose here, and I'm going to bring in Deluxe Class Arcee from the Earthrise. Actually, again, speaking of Arcees and being top heavy, this you can pull her legs back a little bit like so. These actually come unhinged there. And if you want to just kind of unhinge it and then just put it back like so, you'll have a lot easier time posing her. So if you do like that, it's actually night and day. A little bit of a trick there. So bringing in Earthrise Arcee there, that's how they look. And I really like the deep pink that they used on the Studio Series figure. So anyways, that is Arcee, and bringing some other Studio Series figures in for a size comparison. Let's bring in Wheeljack. Oh, don't fall down on me now, Arcee. There's Wheeljack and Brawn. Love this little dude. Let's see if I can get them all in the figure, in the picture here. And let's bring in Ratchet here. So there are the Studio Series figures, Ratchet, Brawn, Arcee, and Wheeljack, just for a quick size comparison. And yeah, I really like the way Arcee scales with the other figures. So we're going to pause here, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so some final thoughts for Transformers Bumblebee the movie, Deluxe Class Studio Series Arcee. I really like this figure a lot. I think the paint looks great. Some really nice paint apps on this figure. Highly posable. Articulation's really nice. The transformation is, it's actually a little bit tricky. The instructions don't do it justice. I actually had to look a couple things up to transform her. But other than that, I think the vehicle mode is just brilliant. I think it's really clever, the fact that they engineered something from the robot mode into something that we've never even seen before. So I really love the vehicle mode and the robot mode as well. I can't recommend this figure enough. I really like it a lot, and very happy to have it in my collection. Just another bot to fill up the Studio Series line here. And anyways, yeah, great figure. Definitely pick her up if you see her. So this has been Matt in Japan for Transformers Bumblebee the movie, Deluxe Class Studio Series Arcee. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.